Why is there always gotta be a catch? Steam machines are back, baby! You remember that utter failure from 10 years ago? Well, they're bringing it back for 2026. Oh, but wait! They're gonna be priced closer to PCs than consoles, so that's something to look forward to. Look, I got my Steam Deck way back in late 2022, and though I tried, I found I wasn't able to play it comfortably in long sessions in handheld mode. It worked great though, and after I pushed off the urge to sell the device off, I connected it up to my dock and slipped it behind my TV. That's not totally honest though. My left bumper stopped working consistently shortly after I bought it, and it wasn't long after that until it stopped working altogether. I've been getting around it by mapping a function to one of the back bumpers, but it wasn't the most ideal solution. So, behind the TV, it's sat ever since, effectively filling the role that the new Steam machine is going for, at least for me. In a way, you could even say I already have one, although mine is the original version that lacked the controller wake that even now doesn't work correctly half the time with the Bluetooth controller enable, so over to the TV to hit the power button I go each time I want to use it. Seriously, that's something they better get right! I haven't had any performance problems with the Steam Deck in mainline games that I play, and the games that have had trouble I'm chalking up to more like optimization with the Proton platform than the Steam Deck itself. So buying a strictly more powerful machine isn't really something that's going to make me pick one up. It's going to need to do something more than what my docked Steam Deck already can, and remember, that bad boy I can undock and carry around with me if I wanted to. The Steam controller they teased looks to be a huge upgrade over that original monstrosity they released in 2015. I tried my goddamn hardest to make this stupid thing work, but I wasn't able to get over the fact that it only had one analog stick and these gigantic, silly-looking triggers on the back. Losing the D-pad in favor of a trackpad was a huge mistake for trying to win over new players. It was just too far off the reservation to pull a mainstream audience. Believe it or not, I remember seeing YouTube videos back in the day promising that if I could just stick with it, sooner or later it would click for me. It didn't. I wasted my time. Whatever. The upgraded one looks great though. I think the Steam Deck has some of my favorite analog sticks of all time. They have really good amount of travel and yet they're small and comfortable in the hand. This looks like they literally removed the screen from the Steam Deck and pushed the sides together, which is what they were going for after all. So I'm hoping that's what ends up on these new controllers. As far as comparing this to pre-builts, I guess we'll just have to take a look at some to get an idea here. The cheapest Steam Deck is $400 when not on sale, so for what you're getting in that bad boy, it really is an amazing price. I like thinking about a situation where somebody has the option of either going to a big box store or deciding instead to pick up one of these Steam machines from Steam itself. Keeping in mind though, I know this isn't really apples to apples. While SteamOS is extremely compatible with Windows EXEs, it's still nowhere near Windows itself. So there will always be titles that just don't run too well on it, and that should be a factor for figuring out whether or not this is for you. Checking out Best Buy, I mean, let's exclude any huge rigs because this thing isn't trying to compete for space in your gaming setup, it's trying to sit nicely behind your TV. Not really seeing anything like that, so perhaps we need to look at gaming laptops. Oh, that's more like it. Okay. So I'm going to speculate here, but I'd say it's going to end up being around $1,000 just by looking at these. For a little bit of history, Valve stated when launching the Steam Deck that they were essentially selling them at cost, as similar to Nintendo, the actual money on these things is made from the sale of software, not the hardware itself. If they kept that same energy this time, it'll likely be a few $100s less than anything else on the market or any other competitors. Lately, I've been having a blast checking out fan games for series that I love, and I've been playing all of them on my Steam Deck. Castlevania Revamped, Mega Man X8 Demake, Innocent Impulse. All of them have been running without any issue on SteamOS by just adding them to my library in desktop mode. I have been sold on the SteamOS platform for a very long time. I have Windows on my main machine, but only for the editing software I use to make these stupid videos. So for everything else, the Steam Deck is hella capable. I'd love to know what you all think the cost will be, what you thought about Valve's announcement that it's going to be priced more in line with mainstream computer builds, and if you can think of any use cases that I didn't. Thanks for watching. I recently recorded a reaction to the meltdown the internet was having over the Tales of Berseria remake announcement. Oh, and remember when I mentioned Castlevania Revamped? Well, I did a review on my channel a while ago, so I'll link that too.